what's up guys? So we are back with another video. So this is going to be my top 10 4Ks of 2022. These really are just going to be some of my favorite 4K releases that came out. Maybe they're old movies, maybe they're new movies, maybe they're steelbooks, maybe they're just regular slipcovers. Either way, these aren't going to be based on the best picture quality whatsoever. These are going to be my favorite 4Ks. I'll kind of go a little bit in depth with them, but I do, for most of these, have review videos already on my channel, so you can definitely go look for those if you kind of want to get more in depth with what the picture quality and the sound and all of that kind of entails. So before we get into this top 10 list, if you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and then leave a comment down below. What are your top 10 or any of your favorite 4K releases of 2022? We're slowly inching to 200 subscribers, which is awesome. I feel like I was just at 100 yesterday. So let's keep this going, but without further ado, let's get into the list. So the first one up is going to be Pulp Fiction. I have the steelbook release. I don't know, I liked the classic black and white kind of noir of Uma Thurman on the cover, but I don't know, I'm a sucker for steelbooks, and I just love this scene where they're dancing. But either way, this picture quality looks great. You'll see on my list there is another Quentin Tarantino 4K on here, so I feel like they just need to just release all of the 4Ks. Every single movie needs to get a 4K of his movies, especially the 10th one, which I don't know when is going to come out, but I believe that was his last movie that he said he would do. So either way, I would definitely recommend picking this up if you have not already. The 4K definitely looks great. They're doing an amazing job with his movies, with the 4K releases, so keep them coming. Maybe we'll get Jackie Brown next. So the next one's going to be Casablanca. So again, I'm a sucker for 4Ks and black and white movies. I just feel like they really look good and crisp when they come out on 4K for the most part, but I think black and white really does justice to 4K movies. So plus, I mean, it's a classic by all means. How do you not love this movie? Next one is definitely a more recent pickup for me. I believe this came out in December, like the last 3 weeks or so, but it's gonna be Carrie on 4K. Again, I'm a sucker for steelbooks. I mean, how can you not when that's the back of the steelbook? Just the crazy scene right at the end. But either way, this movie, I mean, it's a classic overall. Sissy Spacek just kills it as kind of that awkward teen that doesn't know what's going on, that kind of gets blindsided and, you know, slowly kind of goes crazy, especially certain things that happen at the end of the movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you, but how have you not seen this movie? Plus, you get a weird, just young John Travolta in this movie, so pick it up. But definitely one of my favorite 4Ks. Picture looks great by all means. I feel like this next one is a no-brainer, but it's going to be part 2 that I'm really kind of getting into. But I guess, you know, part 1 and part 3. I mean, it's Godfather on 4K. I just picked up the, you know, the regular box set when it first came out. I got it for a really good price at Best Buy regardless, so I'm not mad by all means, but those steelbooks definitely do look awesome. Either way, I mean, this movie is how old? 50 plus years, and the restoration, the 4K definitely looks amazing on this. So I love classics. As you can kind of see in this, a lot of the movies that I have here are older movies that get brought up into 4K from their camera negatives and stuff like that, just because I feel like those are the really good movies that I want to get. You know, all the digitally shot stuff, yeah, most of it's going to look great on 4K regardless, but all this old stuff is really kind of where it's at, where the meat and bones are. And like I said, I'm a sucker for 4Ks and black and whites. So next one is To Kill a Mockingbird. I just absolutely love this movie overall. I mean, just the movie itself is phenomenal. Gregory Peck just does an amazing job. So either way, awesome movie, you should pick it up. But the 4K black and white, like I said, it's just, it feels like black and white just looks amazing when it comes to 4K. It's just the blacks are really a lot darker and inkier, so it kind of gives you more depth to the actual picture overall. But either way, pick this movie up. The next movie on this list is just a fun, colorful, awesome movie. It's going to be Singing in the Rain. I absolutely love this movie. I mean, it's just a good-hearted, happy-go-lucky movie. The colors in this on the 4K release are amazing. They pop. If you've seen this movie, I mean, you could kind of just tell by the color. There's a lot of colors. It's colorful. But either way, pick this up. The 4K, the picture looks great. The colors look amazing. This is the best it's ever gonna look. So like I said, Quentin Tarantino is showing up on this list twice, and this is gonna be the other one. It's gonna be Reservoir Dogs. Again, I got the 4K Steelbook. Again, I'm a sucker for Steelbooks. I don't know what to say. I mean, this is an awesome Steelbook by Lionsgate anyway, but again, I have a full kind of more in-depth about the Steelbook and all of that on my channel, so if you want to go watch it, go watch it. But either way, they're just doing his movies justice. I can't wait for other movies to come out. I mean, it's just give us the entire catalog of Quentin Tarantino. So before I get to the last three, or top three, I guess, like I said, they're not in any particular order, but these are just the last three that I have. We're going to do some quick honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention is going to be Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. Again, I'm waiting for Monty Python and the Holy Grail to come out in 4K. I know there were random rumors about it, so who knows when it's going to come out, but I think it's just been rumored. I don't think there's actually a release date by any means, but either way, this is a great movie. It's a hilarious movie, and it looks a lot better on 4K than the old Blu-ray that I used to have. So this next honorable mention, I think this is really the only movie that came out this year. All the other movies are older movies, but Top Gun Maverick, again, Steelbook. I feel like everybody knows that I just love Steelbooks. I mean, you can't go wrong with this picture quality. Plus, not to mention, the audio for this movie is amazing. I mean, if you want a total experience, and I always tell everybody I don't have the best setup, but this movie sounds amazing on the setup that I do have. I mean, and I didn't really expect this movie, when this movie first came out, or was coming out, I didn't really kind of have any high hopes for it. I was like, okay, cool, it's, you know, it's a cash grab, and, you know, maybe it'll be alright, but I liked the first one, but I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I don't want to go out, and I don't love that movie by any means. But this movie is definitely better than the first one. It's a great movie. It looks awesome, sounds awesome. The stunts, everything, the practical stuff that they did in this movie with the actual jets. I mean, if you haven't already, pick it up, go watch it. But I know a lot of people have picked it up and have watched it. I mean, it's a huge grossing movie. And last honorable mention before we get to the last three, seems like John Travolta kind of randomly jumped on this list and I didn't even think about it. But Saturday Night Fever, I just enjoy this movie. Again, it's, you know, like that cool classic 70s movie. You know, you get the disco, you get all of the lights in the club. I mean, the picture quality definitely looks a lot better, and it's just an enjoyable movie. You get to see John Travolta, you know, show his moves off. Alright, and then the third one is going to be Lost Boys on 4K. Of course, I had to get the Steelbook. This movie, I mean, it's one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I did do a more in-depth review for this movie on my channel, so definitely go watch that if you want to. But I mean, the picture looks great, it sounds great, I absolutely love this movie. It's just a great time overall. It's such a cool, like, 80s, you know, Goonies if they fought vampires. Like, that's how I can describe this, but I absolutely love this movie. Alright, next one up is going to be Poltergeist on 4K. And again, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite horror movies. Steven Spielberg, Tobe Hooper, maybe they clashed a little bit. But either way, it's such an awesome, iconic movie. Yes, maybe the practical effects didn't hold up too well when the guy's ripping his face off. But either way, it's just an awesome movie. The picture quality, again, I did this, you know, I'll say this all over and over and over, but I did a review for this as well, so definitely go check that out. But, I mean, it's just a great movie. Go watch it. Go buy it. Go get it on 4K. Indulge. Alright, and last but not least, it's going to be Running Man on 4K. You know, you get the cool little slip, you get the Steelbook, you get the awesome art underneath. But just this movie in general is just a lot of fun. It's your classic 80s Arnold movie. There's a lot of puns, there's a lot of one-liners, there's a lot of blood and violence. You know, plus, not to mention, it's a Stephen King written book, so, you know, you can't go wrong with the story if it's by Stephen King. Yes, maybe things have changed, but that's neither here nor there. Definitely go pick it up. So, with that being said, what did you guys think of my list? You know, do you guys have any recommendations of 2022 4Ks that maybe I haven't seen or I haven't picked up or I haven't reviewed that you just think you need to see this, you need to pick it up, you need to watch it right now? So, leave it down in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in another video.